Hey everyone, we're about to go on a deep dive into something super important to you as a pet owner, especially if you're here in the Chicago area, your pet's health. So today we're going to explore how a local vet can be like your secret weapon for keeping your furry, feathery, or scaled friend happy and healthy here in the Windy City. We've got this really cool guide here called Caring for Your Pets in Chicago, How a Veterinarian Can Help.
Yeah, this is a great resource. Chicago, it's a great city, but it definitely has some unique challenges when it comes to taking care of our pets. Like those winters, they can get brutal.
Oh, absolutely.
Icy sidewalks, freezing temperatures. And then summers, ugh, scorching hot pavements and that humidity. It's not just uncomfortable for us, it poses some real risks for our pets too.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I remember one winter, my poor dog was basically an ice cube. After like 5 minutes outside, I was so worried about his paws.
Oh, I bet. And that's where having a vet who really knows Chicago comes in handy. They understand the specific challenges that our pets face here. They've seen it all: frostbite, heat stroke, you name it. And they can give you advice that's tailored for our city and for the different seasons we have here.
It's like having a pet health expert who gets what it's like to be a pet parent in Chicago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing that's super important here in Chicago is preventative care.
Right.
We're talking vaccinations, parasite prevention,
hmm
but with that Chicago spin on it.
You know what I've actually heard? That some parks here in the city are like really bad for ticks.
Oh, yeah,
It
absolutely.
makes you realize that even just a normal walk can be risky if you're not prepared.
You got it. And your vet can help you figure out the best ways to protect your pet, whether it's the right tick and flea medication or making sure they're up to date on their heartworm prevention.
Because those mosquitoes are no joke here either.
Nope, not at all.
So basically, we're not just protecting our own pets.
Right.
We're also contributing to a healthier pet community here in Chicago.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the weather, the city's environment. What else should we be keeping in mind when it comes to our pet's health here in Chicago?
Well, one of the most important things is early detection. Those routine checkups, even when your pet seems totally fine,
Right.
those are honestly so important.
They are.
Chicago vets are really good at noticing those little signs of trouble that we as owners might miss.
Because pets are really good at hiding their pain.
They are.
Like my cat. She could be having a total meltdown,
Hmm.
but she'd still act like she's just taking a nap.
Yep.
So what are some of those common health issues that Chicago vets are often able to catch early on?
Well, dental disease is a big one. It's easy to overlook, but it can cause some serious problems later down the line.
Oh, for sure.
Arthritis is another one that can be tricky to spot, especially as pets get older.
Yeah.
And then there's obesity, which unfortunately is becoming more and more common in all sorts of pets.
It's true. I feel like I see more overweight dogs and cats now than ever before.
Yeah, it's definitely a growing concern. And it can lead to a whole bunch of other health problems.
Right.
So it's something that we definitely want to be aware of and talk to our vets about.
Absolutely. So it sounds like those regular vet visits are really key.
They really are. They can make such a big difference in your pet's overall health and well-being.
Okay, so we've covered preventative care and early detection. What else should we be thinking about when it comes to keeping our pets happy and healthy in Chicago?
Well, there's a lot more to talk about, like finding a vet who's a good fit for you and your pet and being prepared for emergency situations. But we'll dive into all that in our next episode.
It sounds good. So stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back after the break.
Yeah, it's like they think if they just pretend nothing's wrong, we won't notice and drag them to the vet. Speaking of vet visits, I actually have a friend whose dog was diagnosed with a heart condition during a routine checkup, and they had absolutely no idea anything was wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
scary to think what could have happened if they hadn't taken him in. That's a perfect example of why those regular checkups are so important. Early detection can really be life-saving, and honestly, the peace of mind it gives you as a pet owner is priceless.
I totally agree. It's like knowing you've got a safety net for your furry friend.
Mm.
But hey, Chicago isn't just about dogs and cats, right?
Mhm.
We've got a whole zoo of pets here.
You're absolutely right. Chicago's pet scene is incredibly diverse. And the great thing is, our vets are equipped to handle it all.
I've seen people walking ferrets, pot-bellied pigs, you name it. It's like a pet fashion show sometimes.
Exactly. We even have vets who specialize in exotic animals.
Wow.
So whether you've got a parrot, a chinchilla, or even a bearded dragon, you can find a vet in Chicago who knows exactly how to care for them.
That's so cool. It's amazing that no matter how unique your pet is, you can find expert care for them right here in the city.
Absolutely. And speaking of expert care, we can't forget about emergency situations. We all hope we'll never need it. But knowing where to go when something unexpected happens is so important.
Oh, tell me about it. A couple of years ago, my cat decided to try eating some lilies. And it turns out they're super toxic to cats. It was a Sunday night, and I was freaking out.
Oh,
I
no.
was so lucky that we knew about a 24-hour emergency vet clinic nearby. They were lifesavers, literally.
Those moments really show you how important it is to be prepared. Having that resource available, whether it's your regular vet who offers emergency services or a dedicated emergency animal hospital, can make all the difference.
For sure. Knowing you've got that backup gives you such a sense of security. But even beyond those urgent situations, building a strong relationship with your vet is so beneficial for your pet's overall well-being.
I completely agree. It's about more than just those quick checkups. It's about having someone who knows your pet's history, their personality, their quirks, all those little things that make them unique.
Exactly. It's like having a doctor who's known you your whole life. They understand your family history, your lifestyle, all those factors that contribute to your overall health. And having that kind of continuity of care for your pet can be so valuable, especially as they get older.
You're exactly right. A vet who's familiar with your pet can spot subtle changes in their behavior or health that might otherwise go unnoticed. They can anticipate potential issues and provide advice that's tailored to your pet's individual needs.
It's like having a personal health advocate for your furry friend, someone who's always got their back, or should I say, their tail. It makes you feel so much more confident in their care.
It really does. It's all about giving your pet the best possible care throughout their life.
And I think that's a great place to wrap things up for today. So to all our listeners in Chicago, remember to find a vet you trust and make them your partner in your pet's care.
And don't forget those regular checkups. They're one of the best things you can do to keep your pet happy and healthy.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into pet care in Chicago.
Yeah, it really does. You know, thinking back on everything we've talked about, it's so clear that a Chicago vet is so much more than just someone who treats your pet when they're sick.
Right, they're like a partner in your pet's health journey.
Exactly. They understand the challenges our pets face here in the city. They offer specialized care for all kinds of animals, and they're there for you when you need them most.
And that peace of mind, knowing you have that expert guidance and support, you can't put a price on that.
It's true. It's about investing in your pet's health, but it's also about all those joyful moments you'll share together, exploring this amazing city. Think about it. Walks along the lakefront, trips to the dog park, cozy nights at home. A healthy pet means more happy memories for both of you.
That's lovely. So for all our listeners in Chicago, what's the one thing we want you to take away from this deep dive?
Find a Chicago vet you trust and make them your partner in your pet's care. Whether you're welcoming a new pet into your life or you've been a Chicago pet parent for years, that relationship with your vet is so essential.
Couldn't agree more. And remember, even if you think your pet is totally healthy, scheduling a checkup can give you that extra peace of mind. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. Consider it an investment in all the adventures you and your pet will have together in this wonderful city.
Well said. So to all our Chicago pet parents out there, go ahead and book that checkup. Because a healthy pet is a happy pet. And a happy pet makes for a happy Chicagoan. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive